Welcome to this episode of PHAT Tuesday. It's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania, and the sun is shining, and the weather is just perfect. It's not too cold, not too hot, and I just love the sunshine. And I had originally planned on recording this outside, but the dogs, again, got a little carried away, and you know me and my animals. But I want to know, are your days cloudy with a chance of book sales? Let me ask you this. Do you know who your target market is? Because if you don't, then you are really not going to be gaining anything in book sales. You need to know who your target market is. Who's going to read your book? You need to know, not only did you write the book for yourself, but who will read it? Who do you want to read it? Who is it intended to be read by? Those are some questions that you need to ask yourself. And then the next thing I want to talk about is the 4 quadrants of book sales. Now, we had already discussed in a blog post that I did a while back on time wasters. So what about the first 3 quadrants of that? If you take a piece of paper and draw a cross on it, and then on each one label it quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Quadrant 1 is going to be the things that you can do right now to get book sales immediately, such as, let's say, put your book on sale, reduce the price. Maybe you're selling it right now for $4.99, so reduce it to half price. And then what you can do is use pay-per-click ads and say, on sale, get it, grab your copy today, and use like Facebook ads, Google ads, Twitter ads, LinkedIn ads, any type of ad. You can post it to different blog ad space. It's just a matter of figuring out where to put it. But that's a great way to get book sales now. Now, I just did this recently with one of my books. I dropped the price from, I think I was selling it for $2.99, and I dropped it down to 99 cents. And let me just tell you, in the first day of running that ad on Facebook, because I did a Facebook ad, and you guys probably saw it on my Facebook pages where I said, on sale now, grab your copy today for To Love a Wolf. I had over 30 downloads, 30 purchases in the first day of running that ad. That's what I'm talking about. Things you can do to get book sales right now. That's quadrant 1. Quadrant 2 is going to be things you can do 6 months down the road to get book sales. And let me just tell you guys that you're probably thinking, oh, well, I'm traditionally published, it doesn't matter, or I'm self-published, this is what I need. This is for every published author. It does not matter if you're self-published or if you're traditionally published, because you still have to market yourself regardless of which way you're published. Because once you become a published author, and I want you guys to understand this, is that you do have to market yourself. You have to be responsible to put your book in front of readers. And if you thought that it was just going to be a free ride, you could publish a book, upload it to Amazon, and you would automatically get book sales, I'm sorry to tell you, and you've probably seen for yourself, it just doesn't work that way. And who doesn't want book sales, right? So let's move on to quadrant 2, things you can do 6 months down the road. Let's talk about like book tours. You can book a tour, and even though you might be booking a tour, don't expect the tour company to be responsible for all your promotions. You still have to stand behind your book, and you have to help get your book out there. Just the same thing you were going to be doing if you weren't on tour. You need to start planning ahead. And what you can do is start talking about your book going on tour. You can start talking about what you might be giving away while you're on tour. Maybe you want to give away a book from your backlist if they follow your tour and buy the book during your tour. That's something that you can plan on 6 months down the road. And I just wanted you guys to understand that tour companies are not responsible. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of exposure during your book tour, but it's up to you ultimately to continue to market your book even after your tour is done. So start marketing before your tour, market during your tour, and market after your tour. first of all, you'll find your tour goes much better. And if you run some sort of incentive during your book tour for them to buy your book while you're on tour, such as getting a free book afterwards, getting a free book from your backlist, then that gives them incentive to purchase the book that you're touring with, and that puts sales 6 months down the road. And then the third quadrant that we're going to talk about today is sales that you can get a year down the road. So what can you be doing to get yourself sales, to continue getting sales a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road? And these are the things that you have to think about. And when you became a published author, as I already said, you became responsible for your own marketing, responsible for getting your book out there, and you became in business for yourself. And like any business, and if you think about it, Walmart, Target, any restaurants around, McDonald's, they're constantly advertising to bring in more people. And that's what you need to think about when you're writing your book and publishing your book and looking to get book sales. Don't leave yourself with cloudy days with a chance of book sales. Leave yourself with sunny days and absolute book sales. So you have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to do something every single day to get your book out there, and figure out what you can do to get book sales now, to get book sales 6 months from now, and what you can continue to do to get book sales a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road. And then the last quadrant, which we did talk about in a blog post, but I want to touch on that a little bit more here, is time wasters. And this is a biggie, and I am guilty of it, as all of you are, and you can't even deny it, is that social media is great for promoting and marketing your work, but you have to prioritize your tasks. So you have to make sure that you're putting what absolutely needs done first, and make a list. You know, you can prioritize your task, and don't get distracted when you're working, because when you're a self-published author and you're in the marketing business, especially online marketing, you have to be doing something every single day. And that means that you have to put yourself out there, step outside your comfort zone, do something different that you might not have done yesterday to get another book sale or to get your book in front of readers. And once you start stepping outside, the more and more you step outside your comfort zone, the more and more that you're going to be able to start seeing an increase in your sales. And don't get distracted by Facebook. Let's just say somebody updated their status and you got a little ringy-dingy-dingy up here that says so-and-so just said that maybe their child, one of your friends' kids, took their first steps. Okay, yes, we're excited. Yay, we're excited. We're so excited. But it's not a necessity that it's not an absolute where you have to respond to that right then and there, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to jump right off of your tasks or your priorities and your to-do list to respond to that, and then get lost in the Facebook feeds for hours, and then the whole day went by and you lost 5 hours that you could have been marketing your book and getting sales. Now, you guys, you have to be serious. If you really want to start seeing sales, you have to make the commitment. And I am challenging you to make that commitment right here and right now. Make a commitment to do something every single day to get your book in front of readers and start getting those sales. Are you going to be up for the task to taking this challenge? I sure hope so. I want to hear your comments, and I want to know if you're taking the challenge. Hop on over to our Facebook page at facebook.bookitbk, or you can email me at bookitbk@comcast.net, or you can hop right over wherever you're watching this video. If I'm not even either below on YouTube, leave a comment, or if you're watching it from my blog, leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. Are you going to take the challenge? Are you going to commit for this upcoming year? Let's make 2014 the best year for book sales that we've ever had since we became published authors, okay? I'll do it with you. Let's commit together. Take the challenge. Leave a comment and let me know if you're taking the challenge, and I'll see you next Fat Tuesday.